Welcome back to Coding Mantra. So now we already created a basic example of backend for AI prompt. Now actually let's look at the OpenAI Playground. What is exactly you can do and how it can be useful for you. So you can just do your registration to OpenAI. They will give you the if you see here, let's go to my account. They will give you around $16 as a trial usage. You can see your daily usage here also. So based on your token, you will get that charges utilized. If you see also here, it can give you the how their model has used, and that statistic you can see your billing period, you can set your billing and everything here. So let's go to the playground. The playground is, for example, you have the playground where you can train your boat. You can use multiple boats and you can identify which model will be better for you. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand what is OpenAI. Okay, so we already use many things like we already seen the Marvel movies where Jarvis is there. So it collects everything from internet and it understand that I need procedure on that and just give you the result based on that. So earlier AI, when we seen the concept, it's more like if else condition, but nowadays AI has improved a lot. It learned by itself. Let me give you an example. So we earlier we use the Watson AI, Watson API. So it's a tool of IBM. So it's understand neural language. So earlier we need to train that bot from a beginning. Then what was involvement that after few months they have involved that bot, and you just give them an entire textbook or something like that. Then you don't need to train your bot, it just get trained by itself. So that's the beauty of that AI. Okay, so AI can, you can also ask what is the use case of OpenAI. Okay, so how that playground works, let's see that. So here is a playground is that you can write anything what you want to ask. Okay, so let's start with what can be done with OpenAI. So let's see how it responds to us. So you can see that it will give you multiple uh, so based on your query it will give you result based on that. Uh, so we already seen in Instagram and reels that it can be used to write a mail, and that let's try that also. Yeah, so if you see here, it can directly give you the mail. Okay, so now the beauty of bot is it just give you the result, but you need to be smart enough to create a result better for you. Okay, so for example here doesn't mention my name, my company name and anything. So it just I just needed to be edit that text, and I needed to also again need to work on that. Now let's resignation email for developer for so if you see here, when you write more, it will give you more detailed result. For example, I already told you the AI that I already worked for 4 years in this company. If you see here, that also included here. Okay, so that kind of thing AI involved by itself. Now let's start that. Right, designation email. for let's write resignation mail for me. uh, yeah, sometimes, yeah, so it's just getting involved. So so you can try so many things. I'm just trying. Okay, yeah, so I just still not doesn't give my name here. No worries, but it is just getting involved. If we talk about these bots are getting trained on around it bot training completed around 2019. Okay, so it is not having a latest version of data. More you try with ChatGPT, which is a future after that playground OpenAI. So they also including that ChatGPT in OpenAI. So if you see here, what playground gives you is you have the modes here. Okay, you have the models. So these models are like both. There is a multiple boards available in a multiple boards. Some are trained in a different way. Some are trained in a different way. There are different between the prices, different between the knowledge they have. Okay, so few are the older one, few are the latest one. So you can see that model here. Okay, as I said, there is a maximum token which you wanted to use for a answer. These are the temperature. Okay, so if you see here, yeah, so it's control the randomness of you're getting your completion the data. Okay, now after doing that all, if you are doing for your API app view which you wanted to we do in future, you can see that after just writing this, I can have my code ready here. Okay, there is a view code available here. You can select your library which you want to use. It can be Python, it can be Node.js, it can be curl JSON. So if you remember, we already created the videos regarding our Firebase function, because I don't have done for Node.js, because Node.js required you. Node.js cannot be work in a shared server. Okay, so for your client you needed to buy a Windows space, or otherwise you needed to use VPS. So I love the Node.js, but that is the limitation of Node.js, that it cannot be used in a shared server. So what I do is I prefer more on Firebase function, because Firebase function are free and much more better to use and much more easier to implement that also. So that's why I prefer Firebase function. So you can see that the model, you can already see this prompt, whatever you have written, it is there. So you can just so if you remember our logical our video also, where we have created similar kind of request here. So you can see what kind of requests parameters you can add, and what kind of different parameters you can add. Okay, so if for example we are using a different model here, okay, then you just see this. So this model getting changed, if you see here. Okay, and there is a different parameter, as I said, you can add, and best of. So this kind of example you can get. If someone remember, there is also people has more talk about this Gita GPT. Okay, so if we do that also, that is also Gita GPT is also based on Chat GPT. So it is more on so for example, let's see what he has done. So this kind of example you can do, and you can create your own AI API. So for example, there is yeah, so there is a, as I said, Gita GPT is inspired by Bhagavad Gita, and it has that knowledge. Okay, so for example, as a developer, let's also open our network call what is writing here. So one second, earlier I can write anything. Now they have might be added okay, so earlier it was directly open API. Now might be you just needed to get register yourself to use this. So basically, if we see also after login, what they will do is they will just take that value from the user, and it will in the backend they just directly call this API for getting response. Okay, so I remember what they are writing. For example, like balancing uh, reference from. So this is example how you can create multiple other things, other use cases for your application. So for example, if we see we can write multiple things here. One second. Yeah, so you will get you can train your model also, and based on your training it will get trained and it can be useful more. Okay, so these are the so we already have seen multiple apps where you can just write anything and you are getting image and everything. So let's that focus on that in our next video. If you like this video, then please do like and subscribe.